It's time now for Peter Channel sign-off news and it's late saying June 12th, 2016. And just before the Peter Channel signs off tonight, a summary of the late night news and on it's late saying June 12th, 2016. Peter Wiggins news and on subsequently at 11 o'clock is Orlando, Florida, where American-born man who pledged allegiance as his gun down 50 people early Sunday at a gay nightclub in Orlando to the deadliest mass shooting in the United States and the nation's worst terror attack since 9/11. Authorities on Sunday were trying to determine the sex of the United man with a catch of weapons and ammunition explosion making materials in his car and plans to attend the LA Gay Pride Parade. If we could set up Lin-Manuel Miranda's accept to see through one word, it would have been love. When receiving an award for Best Ritual Score 79 in 2016, Tony wrote that Broadway veteran Hamilton superstar got emotional very quickly. Muslims across America showed an outpouring of support for victims after the deadliest mass shooting in the U.S. Today, yeah, the gay pride parade began in telling new chapter history of Ukraine. Let her in, she's a lesbian. Don't you get it? As Ukrainians march for LGBT equality and peace. 4 passengers were wounded after the man hurled an explosive device at a Czech counter at Shaga's Padang International Airport on Sunday afternoon before attempting to kill himself. Pope Francis saluted to the end of the Jubilee Mass for disabled sick people at St. Peter's Square, the Vatican, on Sunday, as he slams the culture of perfect people shunning the disabled. While giving any terror attack is largely predictable, long and bitter experience with jihad does allow us to defy certain trends, certain laws of jihadist behavior. Paolo Etto, the 1775 Stanford University undergraduate who received their degrees at Santa Monica's commemorative ceremony here printed the football stream just as dinosaurs, astronauts, grants, lions, and 1920 fuckers. Las Vegas. Authorities say that 2 children were critically injured when 5 protesters were struck by a car that had gone to a sidewalk after running the red light and hit in another vehicle at the Las Vegas Street intersection. Kennebunkport, Maine. Former President George H.W. Bush celebrated the 92nd birthday with a family in the vehicle. His chief of staff said it'll be a low-key event for his wife, former First Lady Barbara Bush, and other family members. And about more than 1,000 electric customers lost power to Dynamite on a Wednesday Sunday afternoon after 12 tree fell on electrical wires. A National Grid spokesman said the utility company got a report on a tree on wires on North Adderall at 12:30 p.m. 1,576 customers lost power to the area around North Avenue, Cabo Avenue, Holden Street, and Walton Street. The power was restored in about an hour and a half, she said. The incident took out electricity. Bishop Ian High School, Denise Noonan, Kevin and Anona, outgoing President Chris was serving today's session kept the event going. Wind blew swiftly throughout the day in the area, reaching speeds of 36 miles per hour at 2:30 p.m., the water department said. Norton, that's not possible. Women driving a stolen car allegedly led police on a high-speed chase from Norton and Taunton via 495 Saturday night before jumping it out and moving the vehicle and running off in the woods. In San Francisco, Blue Coat says the same poison to begin after the public company after sell itself to the private equity firm last year. Passengers will be able to schedule right up to 30 days in advance. Reversal, Uber's log out attitude and demand service. Look on natural gas project missed the boat. Failed of it in the city of cheesesteaks and soft pretzels. A sort of tax that regulates people's behaviors hard sell, but Philippines on the verge of becoming the second city in the country to pass the tax on soft drinks. Across the globe, light pollution makes the night sky lighter than stars harder to see. According to the study in the paper published by the Journal Science Advances, research revealed that 1/3 of people worldwide are able to see the Milky Way. A new study suggests persistent atmospheric conditions are one possible cause of the valley's metal runoff and rises to surface temperatures near the North Pole. London and British entities are developing a model that can predict that outbreaks of zoonotic diseases, those such as Ebola and Zika, that jump from an animal to human based on changes in climate. A Walgreens cuts ties with test company Theranos. Peter John is 11:04 p.m. on late 39. And it's time now for a travel report. Let's start off down in Rhode Island, where it's looking good in our ways and byways the ocean state. Except on 130 and the eastbound side, a little slow around the Jamestown just before the Newport Bridge, and 95 and the northbound side, a little slow just around the Pawtucket stretch. But you're looking good in around. Southeast of Massachusetts and Cape Cod highways are looking good. Matt Spiker to the west bound side. A little slow around the Newton corner. Route Matt Spiker to the west bound side. Little slow 180 in East Boston near Logan Airport. 495 in the north bound side. Little slow just bad. Route 2 in Littleton. Matt Spiker changes to I-91 in Chickpea. Little slow. Spawn and turn back on the northbound southbound sides. A little slow around the Rochester stretch. But how was the Mowers Vermont North Germain out? Lincoln Gid. How was the Mowers of New York State out? Lincoln Gid. I-84 on westbound side. A little slow just around Route 8 in Waterbury. 91 on the southbound side. A little slow from 291 to I-84 in Hartford, Connecticut. 95 on the southbound side. A little slow Greenwich stretch. Bronx, Whitestone Bridges and Flagstaff Bridges on both ends. It's slow going around the Bronx. Last Expressway. A little slow in the Queen stretch. Belt Parkway on the westbound side, a little slow, and 678 out in JFK Airport. Lincoln Tunnel, it's slow go. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow to the Bronx stretch. 278 to the eastbound side, a little slow to the Brooklyn stretch. 278 to the westbound side, so there's Bridge Right to Staten Island. 70 on the westbound side, a little slow around the Jersey Turnpike in Newark. New Jersey Turnpike in Garden State Parkway's up. Looking good. Highways around New York State out. Looking good except on the freeway on the westbound side, it is slow around Lake Erie Beach and Hamburg, so expect a few delays. And I-80 in the eastbound side, a little slow to the next to the stretch. 476 on the northbound side, a little slow before I-80 in Pennsylvania. Highways and byways at Pennsylvania, Looking Good, and Jersey Turnpike on the southbound side, a little slow on the Delaware Bridge. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow in Bel Air. 70 in the eastbound side, a little slow just before 695 in Baltimore. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow before the Capitol Beltway in Alexandria. Route 15 in the eastbound side, a little slow headed towards Bay Bridge in Annapolis. And 267 in the eastbound side, a little slow in Dulles Airport. And Capitol Beltway in the eastbound side, a little slow in Bethesda. 94 in the eastbound side, a little slow in Waukesha. 94 in the southbound side, a little slow around 290 in Chicago. Indiana Turbine in the eastbound side, a little slow in the South Bend. 94 in the eastbound side, a little slow in Dearborn. I-70 in the eastbound side, a little slow in Indiana headed towards the Ohio state line. Route 24 on the southbound side, a little slow in Murfreesboro, Tennessee on the southbound side. And Route 85 on the southbound side, a little slow in Lorraine Grange, Georgia. 75 on the southbound side, a little slow in Gainesville. And Route 10 in the westbound side, a little slow in the Houston stretch. And 35 is a little slow in 35 E&W, headed towards Dallas Fort Worth. And 35E, a little slow headed towards Dallas. Alright, take a look at MBTA alerts at 11:07. Ferries are looking good. Subway system is looking good. And on the MBTA Capri Rail, looking good. Peter Childress, 11:07 p.m. It is late. Sunday night, it is time now for weather report for the night. Forecast cover 49 degrees. Northwest about 9 miles gusts inside 22 miles an hour. Monday, most of cover 74 degrees. Northwest about 11 to 14 miles gusts inside 29 miles an hour. For Monday night, most coast cover, country cover, most coast cover about 55 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. For Tuesday, Sunday, most coast cover about 66 about 56 degrees. Northwest is about 5 to 10 miles gusts inside 24 miles covered. Coming deep for Wednesday. Sunday podcast cover say that about 56 degrees. Thursday, most of the podcast cover say that about 57 degrees. Friday, most of the Sunday, most coast cover say about 53 degrees. Sunday, most coast cover say that about 56 degrees. And for Sunday, Sunday cover 82 degrees. Good not here, it is overcast skies. It is 59 degrees. Humidity 49%. 15 above Celsius. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel. Sign up to do this late. Sign up to 12:36 per second. Good night. And see you tomorrow morning. Right now, the time now. It's 8 minutes after 11 o'clock. It's late Sunday night. Peter Channel will be signing up in the night. Peter's there. Good night. See you tomorrow morning with more important. Good night. And we'll turn off the lights and say good night. Good night.